over there.
He's Straw.
He's Parker.
And together we are the Battle Hammer.
We are the Republic. What?
We are the Communist League.
Ah,
we've got a single coming out next Thursday.
Called Come On You Reds.
Come On You Reds.
No, that's a long story.
Long story. Well, it's not that long, but it's not worth talking about.
Well, so it's... What is it?
Do monthly mumble. Do monthly mumble. Do monthly mumble. See? She knows how to join in.
Thank you. It's monthly mumble time, number 19.
No, 19.
19.
No,
the average age of thingies in Vietnam was 19.
Yeah.
This could be the last mumble we do.
From this room. Yeah. Clickbait.
So, yeah. So before we...
I
don't even know what it is. So before we even bother mumbling, we're just going to launch into these questions because there are literally three.
A plethora of questions.
Lots. So.
Cheers, big ears.
Where it goes, big nose. All right.
Grab yourself a drink of whatever kind you enjoy.
Milk.
Milk straight out of a cow.
Straight out of a cow.
But it's only got
Booze boobs!
Booze boobs. That's what we've got to talk about.
Yes.
So,
questions. Let's do some of these before we fall over.
Right.
Well, you've got them.
Oh. Okay.
I've only got them there so I can see them because I'm fucking blind in both kneecaps.
Sacmagique.
No, not
Ian
really.
Briggs.
Hello, Ian. How are you?
Says, ahoy hoy!
Ahoy hoy!
Good man. You missed my question, you pair of twats, so I shall repeat it here. Excellent. That's fair. Oh, he's just read it. So, will you ever play 7TV, or would it have been easier just trucking the money down the loo?
Parker, I think this is a question you should answer. Where's the loo?
No. You know, I think it has become a run, like we're never going to play it because we're never going to play it. But I do genuinely still want to play it. We're probably going to play it after the move. I think once everything's moved and all the...
We're playing everything after the move.
Yeah, at the moment we're playing everything after the move. It's just one of those... The problem is there's always a game to play that's right in front of you. Like, there's stuff that's either painted or it's doing well on the channel or it's, you know, a game that we already enjoy to play or things like that.
Yeah.
And even the games we do, like we hadn't played Gaslands for ages. Not because of any reason we hated it or anything, we still liked it and we hadn't played it and then Ed came round and said, oh, let's play Gaslands. We're like, alright then, we'll give it a go. And then, fuck me, that was so much fun. And it's not in any way like, oh, we didn't, it's just having the time to play so many games and fitting so many rule systems in your head. Like, I can never remember one rule from another and then starting a whole new system that we've never played before is there's fucking a wall of stuff back there.
As you lot know how crap we are remembering rules.
But it's definitely on the, and it's now become a running joke, but it is definitely going to get played at some point. When, I don't know.
The thing is, once the moves happen, we're going to be doing like 3 or 4 days every couple of weeks of intense filming. So
yeah, and what we'll probably then do, because now what we tend to do is film a game, then film a different game, then film a different game. Probably what we'll then end up doing is having a day of just filming like 5 or 6 games of one system. So we've got it all in our head at one time,
so
and then
it's
move on to something else.
So, for example, it's Campaign Monday. So you'll know that any games we've been doing long-running campaigns, we do them on a Monday.
Yeah.
Or it's Testicular Tuesday or something where we just fiddle with our balls. But you know, we are going to be looking at stuff like that.
Yes. So definitely.
So Ian, in a post, in answer to your question, he should have just thrown the money straight down the toilet.
I still like having it. I think everyone's got a couple of games of shame, like whether they be board games or miniatures games or whatever, and they sit there on a shelf and they never get played. It's not that you don't want to.
How about Friends of Shame?
Oh fuck you, you cock.
Shame.
Second part of that is Darren. Now that you have ventured out into the big wide world.
What did he just call me? That. You can fuck off.
Now that you have ventured out into the big wide world again, any chance you and Mr. Parker joining us at Element Games for Gotham and Samaria get together? You guys would love it. A bunch of like-minded gamers getting together, drink, play, games and just have fun.
Well, absolute cocks.
Like, that's great, but Manchester's
it's
far
great,
away.
yeah, that's the problem. It's Manchester.
Manchester.
Which means train,
Aye.
which is like 3.5 hours on train. Which isn't a problem, but it's that for the train, and then it's that for
rooms,
and then it's that for beers, and then it's that for toys,
and then another hand for more
you're
beers.
You're really warm, aren't you?
I am.
So yeah, I mean, we'd like to, but it's just.
I think that was we when we kind of first started Battle Hammer and we were going to a lot of events. We were lucky enough to, you know, get lifts off of people and stuff, but not wanting to rely on those all the time. You suddenly go, fuck, everything costs a lot of money.
Because we don't drive.
Because we don't drive and we're poor scum. But thank you, and...
No, maybe one day, Ian. Maybe one day.
Liam Fishwick says...
Good name.
It is a good name.
Good name.
Says, I've always... Because I think this is when we were talking about...
other licenses we'd like to see for games.
Indeedy. I've always wanted to see Dune as a war game, or a more grassroots level cyberpunk game. Both good. I was thinking about Dune the other day.
I wasn't.
I like Dune. It's my favourite book ever.
But it doesn't come with pictures.
Oh god, there's a picture on the front.
Oh yeah.
But I think the hard thing about Dune is at what scale do you play it?
Oh, I think if, in my view, from the little that I've read or watched, it needs to be tiny little people with big worms.
Yeah.
So it needs to be epic scale, doesn't it?
It needs to be something like epic scale, and also how many. Because it doesn't have a.
There's not many factions, is there?
No, you could in theory do like Harkonnen, but you don't have. Because of the way the book's written, it's not really about the combat. It's not about the warring. It's about the politicking and the.
So maybe they could have done a political game, like the old school style Warrior Knight games, that sort of thing, where it's just all here's your map, but it's more about the stuff, not Risk, because that's just, but the stuff behind the thrones.
There is an old Avalon Hill Dune board game, and it's proper old school Euro.
Oh good Lord.
And there's like the map, and you like move chits around, and there's lots of and you can play cards on people and stuff. And it is.
Yeah, that's
I played
fine.
it once, and it was really good.
But I'd still like to be able to, because in Warrior Knights it was like I think whoever's in charge of that round is you'd have like a council session. And you also go, right, okay, well, I want to pass this law. And you go, well, I'm not so sure about that. And I like that kind of.
It would be almost more like something like Twilight Imperium or that kind of, because you are looking at those larger scale. Like, because I mean, even in between, I think it's in between the first and the second and third. No, it's in between Dune ends and then Dune Messiah begins. And they just skip the entire jihad. Like, he goes, I'm going to take over the galaxy now. And they go, okay. And then, like, they just skip ahead a couple of years and he's taken over the galaxy. There's no combat, there's no warring. You know, there's none, they don't describe any of that. He just takes over.
That sounds like someone that can't be bothered to write all of the shit.
Well, no, because it's not about the warring and all that stuff.
But it's all the political stuff that could have gone on with that. It's awesome.
Yeah. So I think that I would love to see a Dune game, but also visually,
it's like desert.
Well, yeah, that's one thing as well. It is just a desert planet. You know, we don't know anything about the rest of the universe. So how do you then kind of design that and make it? You can base it on the film, the David Lynch film, or even the miniseries, or even the new film that's coming out. But how do you? Like Lord of the Rings, for example, didn't have a proper miniatures game until the film came out and everyone could suddenly visualise what they would look like. You know what I mean? So how do you then do that for something like Dune?
We really should give that another go.
An established... Oh, Lord of the Rings game, yeah, cracking.
I fucking loved it. I mean, there are new rules now. It's not that much different to when we played it all those years ago. I'm like, oh, I do like it. Grassroots level cyberpunk game.
Yeah, that's...
Well, grassroots don't really do much, do they? They just like sit there, drain water.
I suppose something like almost. Oh, see what you did there. Very funny, Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones, calling Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones, wake up now!
Wake up now! I think, for me anyway, Cyberpunk fits more of a role-playing game because there's so much other stuff. It's not just about the combat. I suppose you could do a Cyberpunk gang in a
skirmish,
kind of a skirmish,
Necromunda, Urban Manhunt,
Urban Manhunt,
anything like that. Oh, I was talking to Cynthia from Urban Manhunt the other day, and I because been packing for moving and everything. I'm trying to limit what I'm messing around with. So I've got just a box on the side that's got unpainted miniatures. They're all base coat ready to go. So I'm like, right, I'll leave that out. Yeah. And then I'm just going to sit there and just paint the odd miniature. So I sat the other day and painted the amble for Blackstone, and I've done 2 of the original Ghosts of Gaia from Annie,
from
Bad Squiddo. Painted them, and I went, oh, these are awesome. And Cindy's like, what? Because I put one up saying, and I linked it to Urban Manhunt saying, you know, girl comes in from the wastelands, and like, what are these? These are Bad Squiddo minis. And like, who? What? They're all over Bad Squiddo games. Awesome. She loves it. I'm like,
go team.
Because those miniatures do look, they're retro.
Yep.
They've got the theme for it. So I've dug them all out and started painting them. So much fun.
Yeah, something like Necromunda, I think, but you'd have to change things because Necromunda's more post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, I mean, it could be done, but I mean, the miniatures would be awesome. They'd be very Infinity-like.
Or you could do. I'd like to. So, I always regret not getting in on. You're not a card gamer as such.
But I know Netrunner.
Yeah, Android Netrunner, I think, was such a great idea in that you played a Netrunner versus a Corp. And I'd love to do.
I would have loved to have done that card system or something like that in a Shadowrun RPG. So as you're playing, you're talking to your Street Samurai and they've got their little Netrunner. So what are you going to do? You go, well, I'm going to go into the system. And he then starts playing his cards and goes, right, doors now open. You know, I'd like, that would have been cool. But I don't know. I don't know. So what have we got next?
Will.
Fucking no idea what my left leg's doing.
Speaking of Cynthia.
Oh, hello, Cynthia. Yeah.
It she is.
Really,
I really need to try Wild West Exodus.
Yes.
Yes, you do, because it's super fun.
Awesome fun. We've got a big 5-player game coming on Monday.
We do, yeah.
Which
Lots
we're filming.
Nation versus other stuff.
Yeah, I'm Warrior Nation.
I don't know what I'm using. I'm going to have to get in touch with Gaz, actually.
Yeah, well, if you need any aliens or Union to match up, you can't use mine.
Oh, thanks.
You can, because they're all over there. I haven't boxed them bastards up.
In that case, I might go.
I've got the Union, and I've got some.
I'll go Watchers because I fancied Watchers.
I've got some Watchers, probably enough for 15.
Well, 1,000 points. Is
all you're on 1,000. Yeah, it's enough for 1,000.
Cool.
Nothing.
And that was it. Just that.
Oh,
so yeah, check it out. Laughing Boy Garnet.
Danny Garnett, you dirty northerner.
When are you guys going to do some more Drowned Earth? I've had one demo in my balls are deep.
You know why his balls are deep? Because the water level's risen.
Oh yeah, that's true. Again, that's a kind of similar thing to as talking earlier on about 7TV. It's not that we don't want to play it. It's just there's so many other games to play.
It is on the list.
Definitely on the list.
The whole, I mean, the background was beautiful. The whole movement dynamic was just
really interesting.
Love that.
Had a similar thing to. We've been talking a little bit about Wild West Exodus and the on lookout mechanisms, and things like veteran instincts.
Mm-hmm.
You can react to your opponent without it being I love the look of Infinity. I think it's a really good role-playing game system. But it's too much for me to deal with in my tiny brain, all the AROs and shit like that. Whereas I think that Drowned Earth had a similar kind of, not Overwatch, but they called it so. And the way you could spend your action points on stuff, and you could move your action point, like, hey, I'm going to command you, you're going to wait, and then you're going to go ahead instead, because of really cool system. Again, it's not a case of not wanting to play, it's just there's only so many systems I can fit in my tiny brain.
But if you haven't tried or even looked at Drowned Earth, please go. The miniatures are stunning.
I'm gonna have to get some dinosaurs. Because dinosaurs are really cool.
You know what I found when I was digging through all this stuff to pack? Big box of plastic dinosaurs.
Oh really?
Yes.
Awesome. Oh, I was in. This was 2 or 3 weeks ago, shopping in Norwich, and I went into a charity shop because a lot of times you can find dodgy old toys in charity shops, and you can like convert them.
Was
into
you
stuff.
in? Yeah, you were in there. Dodgy old toy.
No, and I saw there's a big Tyrannosaurus Rex, and I was like, oh, that looked really good actually in like 28mm scale. It'd be like the right size. It's just a kid's toy. They haven't scaled it, but it would perfect for like a big dinosaur in like 28, 30mm scale.
Exodus.
And I went, ooh, picked it up, and I pressed the fucking button. It went, and everyone just turned around, looked at me. I'm like, I look weird now, don't I? I'm gonna put that down.
Did you drop it and run out the shop crying? The smell of shit.
Pretty close. Pretty close.
Okay, so again, it's old Garnet, bless him. He does
All right.
like peppering us with questions, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So, a while ago, oh fuck, I can't. Hold on. Right. So a while ago, you guys did some Mythos play testing, and I'll be honest, it got Mythos got my attention. As Marcus, you are local to you guys. Would you please get them in for some games to recreate the quality and comedy that only the Battlehammer provides? Well, we could.
Again, it's not a case of not wanting to.
It's finding the time.
And
then with the hammer now moving.
Yeah, I think once we've moved, anything can happen.
What do you mean? What do you mean? We? You ain't moving. You fucking staying here, bitch. No, you stay here. You stay here. You stay here. Again, I'm
just waiting for the moving van to come out and they all start unpacking boxes. Surprise!
I just see these two blokes carrying Parker, and I'm like, what the fuck? No.
Put me in the kitchen next to the fridge. Thanks very much.
Again,
it's fine. Yeah, it's not a case of not wanting to.
It's just finding the time, and because we have to play games because we want to play games, and we want to play lots and all of the games. But it's also looking at what is popular on the channel at the time, and what we've got the love for at that precise time.
Yeah.
It's very, very difficult. I mean, don't get me wrong, Mythos is a cracking game.
Yeah.
I love it. It's Cthulhu-ish. I mean, you've seen some of the police things that are now coming.
Oh yeah,
the dog Storm is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I just want that miniature just for the dog, but I want it this big.
You could do cosplay with Artie. Get him an actual thing.
No.
Yeah, and I think with the new Kickstarter, that would be a perfect time for us to kind of dip out.
Quality and comedy that only the Hammer provides. We're not funny, are we? We are when we're naked. We're very funny.
Looking.
Okay, next.
Cool. Next. But yes, again, it's not a case of not wanting to. It's just a case of us being shit. Bloop, bloop, bloop. That's that.
Well, no, if you'd ever come here, Garnet, you'd see how many bloody games we've got. So.
Eric T. Huffman.
Huffman. Black Hoof
Saloon. Yeah.
Now on Instagram.
Yes, indeed.
See, we know shit.
We know shit.
Go follow them now. We'll wait.
Hey dudes, for MM19, which I guess is monthly Mumble 19, which is.
I was looking at it earlier and going, I don't know what MM19 is.
And he put it on. Oh, he put it on short notice. That's good, because I did put a thing up saying put it here in this place, and then people put it somewhere else. The questions, but thank you for putting it.
Yeah,
in.
we've got those. We've got those stupid people on here.
No, they're not stupid. It's just maybe I need to explain myself better. So, just got a Kickstarter update for the new Zombicide Invader space thingy. Even though I backed it to go with the others, like zombies and games with zombies, I feel now about it. How do you guys feel about it? Is the series overdone at this point? There is a poop ton, Parky's quote. Thank you. I think that was when I did a painting tutorial. Yeah, of stuff in these games nowadays. Do I need more not to play with? Baddies aren't even undead but bugs.
Yeah, see that was my whole issue. They weren't zombies anymore, were they? They were alien bug things, and I'm like, and I'm not being funny. Once you know Zombicide, you can take Zombicide and just
put aliens on the front.
You can place it into anything without really having to try.
Yeah, yeah. You could call psychic. You could call magic tech. You could call tech.
Magic items, tech, spells, psychic, science.
Yeah, you could do whatever you want.
Zombies, aliens. I think it's a cheeky little way of just scamming a bit of money out of us. I'm like that.
I don't know scamming, because obviously there's...
Well, not scamming, but getting you know, new money for old rope.
Yeah, it's for me personally. I think it's kind of done. Like I don't know. It doesn't feel like we looked at the space stuff and the aliens didn't grab me.
No.
You know, I'm not saying they were badly designed. They just didn't grab me personally. But it did feel like I'm not gonna. I didn't feel like I was missing out.
Mm.
Like I didn't feel like, oh, if I don't get that, I'm going to be really disappointed. I just thought, oh, I don't really.
I must admit, the Black Plague stuff and the Green Horde stuff, I've really enjoyed playing those.
Yeah, we have enjoyed that a lot, and I think, strangely, I think the fantasy.
I think for us, the fantasy works better as the board gamey stuff.
Yeah.
The normal zombie side works better if you've got all the buildings and the streets.
But also because the fantasy is kind of slightly more generic. And even if it's just an idea, you think you might use it in stuff. Yeah. You know, you might use that model for this thing, or I don't know, a fucking Frostgrave warband, or fucking any fucking game. Yeah. You know, any kind of skirmishy game, you can use it for that. Whereas the space one felt like locked in,
and it didn't even. And the worst thing is, I mean, there are plenty of games out there that do the aliens kind of thing. I mean, Nemesis does it in such a way, it scares the shit out of me when I play it. You know, we must play that again. And we haven't filmed that yet either.
No.
That's terrifying, but that's a board game that I think works really well. The AVP stuff, the miniatures are beautiful, but I just don't know if it's... Have all these games like that come too late into the thing? Because, you know, if they'd have been released when the films were out, the original decent films, you know, they'd have gone crazy.
I think for me a big part of it is you had a point and then it literally I was saying things that literally just wandered out of my brain. I'll be there in a minute. Entertaining what I'm thinking. So you get all this stuff in the Kickstarter, but then it's not released, or it's never going to be released. Like, okay, we love Hate. We played a lot of Hate. We played it just today.
Adrian Smith,
really
I love you.
But they said this is a Kickstarter only game. You won't be able to get it afterwards. Okay, and they made that choice, and that's fine. What I dislike is when a game is almost designed around its Kickstarter exclusives, and then you go, oh, so if I don't get in the Kickstarter, I can buy it later, but I'm going to miss out. Like, oh well then.
See, that's similar to the boat pirate game, the
Rum and Bones.
Rum and Bones. Love the game, great little game, but I did not even know there was a Norse set, and I'm like, what the? I'm never going to see that, and I would have killed Parker's mother for that after I'd have sex with her, obviously. You know, I would have. Sorry, man.
Sorry.
You know, I just.
It's not right.
The Kickstarter stuff. It's great. I think it should be done for new companies. You know, new companies that are just getting that first foot, getting that start. That's what your Kickstarters are for. They shouldn't be for companies, in my view, like Cool Mini, that have got fucking rake loads of money.
Yeah.
You know,
they're just using it as a pre-order system.
Yeah, it is. It's a pre-order. Stop doing stuff like Zombicide, where it's now got to a point where we don't need any more Zombicide. Maybe expansions every now and again, great.
Yeah.
But go back and work on things like that people want, like dark thingamajigs.
Dark thingamajigs.
Dark widgets. Dark.
Massive Darkness.
No, the war for futuristic-y dystopian.
Oh, Dark Age.
That's the fella.
Yeah.
Like Dark Age that people are screaming for.
Well, again, I mean, I've seen a lot of talk on that about Facebook, and the people who are passionate are really passionate.
Yeah.
But apparently, someone brought up all of their money stuff, and it was like 1% of all their money was that, and they nearly made a loss in it. So why make new stuff for it when you can just create a game, make £1 million in a month, and do that?
See, that's why you and me could never be businessmen. Or we can design games. We can do that, but
we never have that.
There's no way we could do it. Oh well, I want to do this.
That's how businesses work.
Yeah,
businesses work by making money.
Businesses suck.
It's true, they do. Yeah, I think the Kickstarter bubble is people are getting Kickstarter fatigue quite heavily and getting frustrated. I get frustrated if you don't buy a game and you're going to lose out. Like Kickstarter exclusives for me should be reskins, new, different either different packaging, new dice, new cool stuff, or maybe we're going to release this box, have this box, and you get the expansion, but the expansion won't come out for 6 months.
It shouldn't be something that's going to change the whole way the game plays.
You can't get that now. Like, whatever it is, no one... Yeah, it's not just a new model, it's not just a new cool thing.
And that's interesting because this year, or like from the end of like last year, we've only backed one Kickstarter.
Yeah. And up before that, there were loads.
We were spaffing out our money as soon as we had it, which we don't normally get, and now we don't.
And also,
But what's that game Tainted Grail.
Oh,
because it looks awesome!
Yeah.
I've seen some more art for that.
And also I think people are people have only got so much space. I think people don't need boxes of plastic in their house anymore. Not that they don't need it, because obviously everyone
needs.
But I mean, you don't want to necessarily go, oh, I'll buy this big game. And again, talking about games you're not going to play, like
that's
if you're not going to get it on the table.
What's the point?
It's a paperweight, isn't it?
And that's what's difficult for us. This was because we're a bit anal like that. We want everything. We want it all now. Yeah. But then if we do get it all now, what the hell are we going to do with it? Can't play it all at the same time, can you? But then you want the relevant stuff to be relevant, funnily enough, and you want people to watch it on the channel, because otherwise, if you do, I'm going to do this game, I'm going to do this game, and you get 100 views on each, what's the point? Hate has done so well for us, so Smith, we love you. Please send us some framed art. Signed framed.
And actually, I think we talk about the golden age of gaming, and I think the tarnished part of it, if you will, is the fact that people are so like, what's the new hotness? What's out now? And I think if you look back, I don't know, 20 years ago, say, or even longer than that.
I'm only 21.
Right. But we went down to our local game club. Yes, you couldn't buy 1,000 different games. You could only buy 3.
But
you'd have your group that would play that, and they'd play that regularly. Like, that they would all play 40k or Bolt Action or whatever game they're playing at the time.
These days, you don't know.
And it's like, fucking hell, if I play this game, by the time you've painted the models, people will have forgotten what that game was and they want something else. And it just, I'm not good or bad, it just is what it is. And I think you've got to be much more aware now what you buy, and I've got stuff at home I haven't played. Fucking 7TV. It's not
buy what you want, and not what you're being forced. Not forced, but not what.
But then, if you're not going to get a chance to play it, you might go, I really want this, and then in 6 months' time, when the Kickstarter releases, no one wants to play it.
Yeah.
And you're stuck with this box that you.
We're okay. We'll play whatever we get.
We're lucky, and also cursed, in that there's the two of us, because we're lucky because we know that if there's a thing, we're going to both play it. On the bad side, there's no larger meta group that we have.
True. Okay, so
rambling on.
There you go. So cheers for that, Eric. So, it's Sats.
Yeah, all right, Ed.
It's Mr. Eddie Halliday. Short notice questions. What's the short notice mean?
It means that because he only went up 8 hours ago because we put up the thing yesterday.
Bloody hell, there's 100 of them.
Here we go.
Fuck me. Okay, so short notice questions. 1. Have you managed to finish the first Deep Madness mission yet? Tried the other week myself. Bastard hard. 2 games with expansion characters. Got close, but there are so many things trying to make you die.
Yeah.
Okay, problem I have with that comment is 1, I love Deep Madness. Don't get me wrong. It is as hard as fuck. It really is.
Fucking hard.
It really is. But I think if you have to rely on expansion characters and expansion items and expansion bits,
I think it just means he played 2 games with it. I don't think he means.
No. I'm not saying Ed's a bad person, because he's not. He's a lovely person. He shows up to play Blood Bowl.
Good, yeah.
Which we'll get into another. But I think, is that part of the design problem with the game? Because it is a fucking tough game. Now, did they intentionally make it that tough? Or did they realise, like, oh shit, let's put some stuff in for extras with the expansions, with the Kickstarter, that then will help make it easier?
I think is that the Kickstarter thing? I don't know.
I don't know, but I love it.
We haven't finished it yet. It's fucking hard.
I love it.
Did we just agree to move on to the second mission?
I think we'd have to have one more go at it.
One more fucking go.
I think we might have to have one. I love the game so much. I don't give a shit.
It's so hard.
I will play that.
You hard.
I will keep playing that first scenario till I fucking beat it. but yes,
I could see that being a really. Obviously, we play it together, but I can see it being a fun solo.
Oh, it's not fun solo. It's not fun solo. Fuck no, it's not
if
fun.
you wanted to get the most out of your game,
you play it solo. Yeah.
Losing the first mission, like 101 times, going ah.
But if you can beat it,
Uber mode.
If you can beat it, you're a fucking awesome player, mate. Fucking job.
Either that, or you just fucking played it an infinite amount of times, and one of them you would happen to succeed on, right?
So yeah. So basically, no, not yet. Working on it. So number 2 from Ed was, of all your backed Kickstarter campaigns, which has been the best? For him, it was Guild Ball, 5 teams plus the rules for 120. Still playing 4 years later. Plus it led to the Battle Hammer. Oh, we're so sorry for that. So sorry.
We didn't get in on the Kickstarter.
No.
We only found out about it after the Kickstarter happened. Yet before it was officially released, I think, or at the time of official release.
Dicini.
They were at Dicini, and we were looking for a game which would have
a
effectively filler game.
It's going to be a filler game,
which became our main game for like 2 bit years. Best Kickstarter. I mean, recently, got to be Hate. In the last kind of however long.
But then, now, do you go by how much you like the game, all the stuff that you get with it? Because Rising Sun.
Oh, tons of stuff with that.
Tons of stuff with
it. A great game.
Massive Darkness, tons of stuff with it. I don't know.
Oh yeah, what is the best? I mean, I can't think.
I'll tell you what.
Interesting.
I have 2 answers to that.
Okay.
I have 1, Hate, because I love the game.
Mm-hmm.
I love playing the game. I love the aesthetics. I love everything about it. Second other part to the Kickstarter would be Deep Madness. Because you get a nice rack of stuff, and it's all nice, and it's horrible and gribbly, and I like that as well.
Yeah.
But then we're still waiting for some Nemesis stuff.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's just the core. I don't know. Where?
I'm hoping that my most liked Kickstarter will be Cthulhu Wars on slot 4 when someone gives me all the money and I can buy all the stuff when slot 4 arrives.
When what?
So they just did.
There's more coming?
Well, not coming to us, but there's another. So they just recently did Onslaught 3, which was like the last Kickstarter that was.
I like the look of Hyperspace, but it just looked like the other space games we've got. Yeah,
I don't know if I needed it. I wanted it, but I don't know if I wanted it enough. Obviously we didn't, because we didn't play it. But
we've got no money.
In theory, I think there's going to be an Onslaught 4 for Cthulhu Wars, which will be the final Kickstarter, and you can get everything, all the expansions, all the old expansions they're going to reprint. And I want that.
Because we did that with Deep Madness. We liked it that much. We're like, we really like this game.
And we would play Cthulhu. Oh yeah, sorry, you go ahead.
And then they turned around and said, oh well, here's we're going to do another Kickstarter where you can get some of the new stuff, and you can get all the old stuff. And we're like, balls deep.
And those new models look amazing. The main characters all twisted, not upgraded, but all messed up.
Fuck so my life, they look beautiful.
Really, really pretty.
So,
we would play a lot more Cthulhu Wars on the channel, but it's not really a 2-player game.
No, you do need at least.
I think it's a 3
or 4. Same with Rising Sun. I love Rising Sun, but it's not a 2-player.
Yeah, it's not a 2-player. Yeah.
You want to have someone, other people that you. I think at least 4 players, and then you can all go. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our own personal opinions. So, here we go. There's always fucking one, and it would be you, wouldn't it, Ed? So, new Guild Ball captains, initial thoughts. Okay.
Bearing in mind what's been up.
I'm not saying anything about stats or anything. I'm intrigued. Was it necessary? No. They could have done other stuff instead of worrying about new captains, which they were never going to do. And if someone wants to buy me Morn, I would be very happy and love them forever.
Right in the face.
Oh, I'd do it with my own face, just for that. I mean, I'm not being. Yeah, Morn looks really nice. The others, I'm very interested to see how people are going to react to what they've done with the fish captain.
Oh yeah.
You know, with what they've done.
Yeah.
Should they have done all the captains at the same time? Possibly, because now everyone's going, well, you've got your new captain before me, blah, blah, blah. Fuck me, the sky's falling in again, isn't it? It's a game! They're toys! Grow up! I mean, what do you think of the Butcher?
From Veteran Boar.
More murder, deathy, smash, smash.
More killing. He is...
I would love to have seen him turn into a footballer.
Hilarious. It'll be nice to be able to use Veteran Ox.
Yeah.
Because the only way I could use Veteran Ox is by using Fillet.
Yeah.
I'm not using Fillet. Just for the purposes of someone going, oh, you're using Fillet? No! I'm using Fillet! Lick my balls!
You cunts!
No, but in all seriousness,
I'd like to see. I think I really need to see all of the captains before you suddenly go.
What I would like to do is play games with them.
That would be wonderful.
And then make decisions based on the games that I have played.
But I'm looking at the stats. I know how good this is going to be. Surely. No?
We can make base judgments. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much...
I'd like to play games with them and see what they do. And
I'm
really interested to see certain captains in the future, just because I want to... So, as soon as they said it's Veteran Boar, so my three teams are Butchers, Alchemists, and Farmers. And as soon as I saw Veteran Boar, I was like, he's going to charge at stuff and he's going to hit it hard.
Oh,
and I'm pretty sure that's what he does.
Charges at it, hits
what I'm really interested to see is the new Alchemist captain, because I think whoever they are going to have some really interesting, you know, dodgy football stuff, janky stuff, condition stuff. They're going to be interesting to find out what they do. Same with the Farmers, like, oh, how are they going to do the planters and reapers?
I don't care. I just want miners, but I'm not paying 60 bloody quid.
Oh, cheers.
But no,
I think I'm interested to see how they play when we play with them.
I think people should just reserve comments until they see all 8, 9, 10 of the captains and they've played them.
Play one fucking game. I've got some ideas of how they are going to do. Like, yeah, I'm thinking about various combos I can do, and I've got I'm interested to play a pure takeout team with zero football in the Butchers, just to see what they do. I'm not ever going to play like that again once I've done it. But like,
so you won't, because your opponent will probably table you. And fucking
so Veteran Boar, Boiler, Princess, Veteran Ox, maybe Meat Hook for tooled up because more damage, and then who else? Who else did I think of?
No one. Probably no one cares.
Probably not even Shank. Probably can't remember.
Yeah, but you see, you're going on that. Just to see, you're going on that without seeing the errata.
That's true. Yeah, things could be. I don't know. Things could be different with that.
So anyway, yeah, I think initial thoughts. It's no point in really going into it in depth until you've seen them all. Because the sky is not going to fall.
Models look cool. Morn's model is gorgeous.
Morn's model is beautiful, but
I can see people buying that just to paint.
But
it's stunning.
£12 for a little girl. I've had cheaper in Thailand.
Wow.
Joking. I've never been abroad.
Oh, that's true.
Because they won't let me. So 4. Oh, Ed. Planning on going to Salute this year. Anything in particular looking out for? Looking out for everything. Going to Salute. Don't know. We have no lifties. We have no lifty takey peoples.
Also, I did see a video from Blackjack Legacy.
Oh yeah, Blackjack.
Who's from Oop the North.
Liverpool.
Aye.
Nice bloke.
He is a nice bloke. And,
hasn't come down and played this though.
Well,
not that nice.
But he was saying about he's not going to Salute because, like, in a without, I'm paraphrasing.
It's a big shop.
But why play Salute? Why go to Salute? It's a big shop, and I kind of think he's right. Like,
I mean, yeah, I'd like to go because it was one of the things that we started to do for the channel, and it was fun, and I would like to go again. It's the only one I actually almost couldn't actually get myself out of the house to go to. Not like you, Mr. Fucking Jet Setter.
Yeah, whatevs. But I don't think I mean, again, with the advent of the interwebs, so what I've noticed the last couple of years when we've been at Salute is I've come home from Salute, watched people's videos about Salute and gone, fuck, there was all that stuff I missed out on. Whereas, you know, people like Mel the Terrain Tutor, who's amazing, and he will film all of the tables, the stuff that I won't necessarily think to look at, or maybe you can't see properly because there's people in the way, and he gets proper videos of all the fancy tables set up. And I'm like, that's fucking great, I would have missed that otherwise. So actually, I was better watching the video than I was. It's kind of like a sporting event. I was better watching it on telly than I was actually going. And you're so like, the problem with Salute, especially if you're us, is it fucks with your head.
Oh,
like, by the time you're waiting in the queue for an hour, you're like, oh, I just want to sit in a quiet room in the dark.
And because we're not just going for us, you know, we film it and we film what we can and everything. It's just
you miss it because you're looking almost like in like the modern life.
Yeah,
you're seeing it through this, so you don't see anything and experience things.
Like to,
but I don't
think it's going to happen unless something happens. Oh, he's cheating. He's a teacher and he can't fucking count. We've got 2 number 5s. Oh, Ed.
Ed.
See me. Okay, so 5A. Has Parker decided on any more Blood Bowl teams yet? And have you seen the Grebo Bunny Legion teams?
They're really cool.
Aren't they awesome?
So good.
So you're doing Nurgle's Rotters.
Nurgle's Rotters at the moment. I think the next one's going to be
Goblins.
And I think the one after that will be Dark Elves.
Yeah, it's my boy. I've got about 6 on the go at the moment.
And after that, probably something else.
I've got my Skaven, always going to be my one love. Then I've got the humans and the orcs that you get. The 2 humans that you get with the basic set ofs. I've just ordered a
you have, haven't you?
ogre and halfling team.
Oh, an ogre team and a halfling team. Yeah, you did, didn't you? So you went 2 teams.
Ogres and halflings is
When did you get the?
No, ogres and halflings is.
Oh, they one team, are they? No, the halflings with a couple of tree men would be one.
Halflings with tree. Halflings with tree men
and they were Black Scorpion, weren't they?
Yeah, and ogres and not snotlings, but they're goblins. But I had.
Where did you get the ogres from?
I think it's the same place.
All right.
I think. Yeah, it is the same place.
Nice.
Because it's. I think the halfling team, you know, the whole team and the 2 big ass string, like £40. I'm like,
boom.
So my main plan is because you've seen my Guild Ball team that I did the Brewers for. I named them all after Battlehammer. I think I'm going to do the same sort of thing with the halfling team.
You too can be a halfling.
So you two out there could be a halfling. So what I'm going to do is when they turn up, I'm going to take a picture of them, and I'll open it up, and you can all just say, "I want to be that halfling. I want to be that halfling."
You should call it a raffle. Everyone puts their names in, whoever wants to be one, right? And then you draw out number player 1, player 2, player 3.
You can do it live.
Do it live and direct.
£50 a ticket.
Well,
jobs are fucking good.
Their names in a hat.
And question from the wife. No, I'm already married, sweetheart. Sorry. Oh, no. Where are your explosion markers from the Gaslands video? Yeah, the amount of grief I've got from Ed this last week saying,
oh, you sent him that
fucking... Already? No. Because I haven't had the big computer on long enough for me to suddenly go, well, I'm meant to be doing something here, aren't I, apart from looking at midget porn? What am I meant to be... Oh!
Because, do you remember where you got them from?
Because it's not on the main computer, it's on my little spare hard drive. It's on that, so I've got to plug that all in. I will find it for you, Ed. I promise, on Parker's Mouldy Life.
Oh, it's mouldy.
You're probably dead before you leave the house. So we'll look into that. So Eric again, Mr. American.
Mr. American, like he's the only man.
Oh yeah, love the coverage of hate. More please. That's what she says.
Just filmed some today.
We did. And are you guys going to film more of your homebrew adventures for Wexodus? Enjoyed the playing of that one?
Yes.
Yes. We have lots. Well, we don't have lots, but we have
got some.
We have a whole. Was it 5 or 6?
5.
Building specific scenarios.
Yeah.
Which we're just waiting for Stuart and Chris to turn and say, yeah, we love these. Please write them out properly, and we'll give you money.
Yeah, I haven't sent them yet. Because I'm a dummy.
Oh, you fucking useless cock!
Because I've been...
What have you been doing?
I've been forgetting. I've been forgetting. That's why.
Well, here's a tip. Stop forgetting. Job.
Remember.
I can't work with staff like this.
Said Gandalf, you shall not pass.
Here we go. I found out who sent us the set of bouncy dice.
Oh,
Mr. Archer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ridiculous bouncy dice are ridiculous.
So,
and bouncy.
Are you done with the Blackstone Fortress campaign? So after you're done with the Blackstone Fortress campaign, will you go back to Kill Team and run a narrative campaign between? Only asking as I've only recently got into Kill Team again. LOL. No, fuck off.
Oh, I was going to say it's a good idea actually.
It is.
Play 40k without having to play 40k.
But when you say done with Blackstone Fortress, we've got one more. We've got the
hidden fortress itself
to do, because we've done the eight cards up to it. We filmed that, so we've now got to do that. But then we have the Amble expansion, and the Amble's sitting over there. So we have to do that, and then I think
actually Kill Team's a good idea.
Kill Team's a cracking idea.
Because I like to Kill Team. Cracking
idea, and we can run a narrative campaign with vaguely insipid. Oh, we can come up with something for that, can't we?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, do you see this for you?
I mean, I'm happy playing them.
Do you have any painted ones?
No.
Then you can't.
Okay. Do I have any painted 40k figures at all? No.
Yeah, for something like this, mate.
Oh yeah.
Get painting, for fuck's sake.
I'm annoyed. I get why they don't, but I'm annoyed because Kill Team would be perfect for a chaos cult. So you'd have like Imperial Guard type dudes and plague bearers or whatever your demon of choice is. That'd be wicked for something like that.
Haven't they done it yet?
No, because then
Don't say GW. Come on.
They haven't got chaos cultists in the proper game apart from that Forge World book you buy. There's no proper chaos cultists in the book, apart from the ones that follow the
Forge World book?
There's the Imperial Armour number or whatever it is.
No, that's just horrible.
There's no.
I'll tell you what I would do.
Chaos cultists.
I would use the Gene Stealer cults. Use their rules.
And what would I use for plague bearers?
Gene Stealers.
Because they're not there. That's my point. They need a fucking proper chaos cult. It's alright. Chaos cults are like the main bad guy in the 40k universe. Okay, yes, there are Chaos Space Marines and they're super hard. Yes, there's various Xenos things and whatever. But when you think about chaos, you think about all the people who live. You think about cultists going, yeah, and they're not as like some cannon fodder for my Chaos Space Marines just standing. I want some fucking dudes. I want to see a sea of Chaos cultists. They had the old Legion of the Damned book when they did the previous 13th Crusade, the first of the 13th Crusade, not the latest 13th Crusade, the one before it. Fuck's sake.
What, 12th Crusade?
Yeah. And you could have like a fucking Chaos cultists, mutants. You had like one Chaos Warrior dude who was in charge, and he was there, like, he landed on the planet and fucking, I will rule them with an iron fist! Blah! And demons and fucking shit like that. So good. They need that back.
Bring it, Bracken Kill
That to me, because every time you read not the Horus Heresy stuff, but any time you read any of the old books, it's always about like 2 Space Marines versus an entire planet with corrupted chaos. I mean,
show me the shit.
Cool.
Show me the shit.
A fucking rogue psyker, a couple of like Imperial Guard equivalents with some just dudes with
and
fucking
literally a sea of cultists.
And some fucking demons.
Yeah, mate. And you now get 40k players going, oh, it's not a feasible army. It's not meant to be fucking feasible. You're meant to be telling a story. Oh, I can't talk to these people anymore. So, Gorilla Wizard. Hello. You can wait. Gorilla Wizard! Isn't this the gorilla with the paintbrush?
Probably.
I think it is. Question for the next Mumble. Who's moving house? Why? Me. Why?
Because
I don't want to be near him. Is the Balhammer going to be coming from a different location? Yes. Is it going to be nearer me so I can come visit? Dude, you're in Heatherset.
Where the fuck is that?
It's just fucking by Norwich.
Oh, okay.
You could have visited any bloody time between now.
Yeah.
But I think you'll find where we're going from here in Thetford to Galston-on-Sea in Great Yarmouth.
Yeah, I keep forgetting the on-sea bit.
On-sea. You are literally still within spitting distance. So, yes, you can come visit. Personally, I know, but me, I don't care. Oh, we like him.
You don't care about a lot of things.
We like him. Also, Sloop, are you going to be there? We've already answered that one, so piss off. Read the last comment. Right. Yeah, okay.
You read that. I'm going to pee on myself.
From Kevin Bryant, who's a... Kevin B! Kevin the Hat B. So now the winter has gone. Is it? Oh, yes, technically, is it today's the first? Yeah, today's the first day of spring. Boing. What game and systems are giving your loins a twitch for the year ahead? Ooh. I think for me, personally, it's just all the same stuff that we've been playing, because if we're playing it, we're itching for it. Pretty sure that's about right, then, Franks? Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be more Wexodus, because Wexodus continues to grow. The figures and the posses are still coming out, and there's just, it's so beautiful. I love the system. We've got like so many different board games and things that we want to play. It's just getting round to everything. But new stuff, I don't know. I don't think there's anything I know that's super new that's coming out at the moment that's grabbed me. I mean, I'm on the Kickstarter for Tainted Grail, obviously, which I'm waiting for, because that will be a lot of fun. Purely because it's not a miniatures game. It's more of a storytelling game, and I think for the way my friends and I, ooh, look at me, look at my correct grammar, play games, that's more fun for us, because you are telling the story, and even though it's not as visual as having a battlefield set up, you are still very, very immersed in the story, and especially because they did so well on their Kickstarter, that you get like the main story, then you get a story set 400 years after that story, and then you go 1,000 years before the first story. Question from Kev, so now winter's gone,
yeah.
Is there anything that's twitching your...
Ooh, for the year ahead? I am looking forward to Dystopian Wars being released. Because we didn't... I think we played 1 or 2 games of the... what's the word? Beta testing.
I would love to play more of it, but I want my own fleet before. I can't.
Yeah,
it's
a weird thing, and I think that it wasn't that we didn't want to. It was just that, like, oh fuck, I can't be. Again, we already have to fit so many rules into our head that it's like, oh fuck, I've got to remember these rules, check the rules, make sure they fit right, write about the rules. Like, fortunately, there's lots of people out there who, because it comes from a previous edition, there are lots of people out there who are already invested, who have put their kind of stamp on it, because it was already effectively, you know, it was a game by Spartan, and now it's by Warcradle, and I'm looking forward to it to being out, like, and new ships, and like actually it being playable and done, because I really want to play it. I haven't had the brain capacity to play it as part of a beta test. Right, your turn to talk, because I've got to let little boy out, because I think he needs a wee wee or a poo poo. What else am I looking forward to? I don't know. Fucking all the games. I don't even know. So, what's next? Something to do with D&D? No. Hello, Mr. Straw and Parker. What kind of content will you be covering in your live streams, and when do you think you'll be up and running at it? We don't know. We can't figure out the dongle. We will at some point be doing live stuff. Probably mostly just mumbles like this, but it will be even more informal kind of chit chat with people. Maybe not even questions, but just chat about people and like engaging our community. Our community. That sounds self-important wank, doesn't it? Yeah. I might do maybe some painting stuff. That seems to have, people have liked that, which has been nice. I'm hoping to get an airbrush soon, so that might be a thing that I can do live and just to chat to people whilst I'm doing that. What's that? Painting. That's going to have to be another dongle then, isn't it? Oh, do you need a whole separate dongle?
Well, yeah, because we've only got one dongle that you plug in. But I don't know how that works yet. I've tried it this morning to try and get some of this to work. Ah, fuck do I know.
I like the idea of doing like a game with the audience and they make decisions as part of the game, but it's really hard to do it and actually make it work. And
I think that was. I think that's a question coming up later, actually, at some point. Which is Dan. I think it's Dan Garnett saying, "When are you guys going to be on Twitch?" I'm like, I don't even know what it is, mate. So yeah, as soon as we know how to do it, simple. Last question, honestly. I know your feelings on D&D, and thank you both again for helping me with my campaign. Pleasure.
We love you.
But could I twist your arms into a D&D session as the Adventures of Straw and Parker? No, never.
I would happily play it. I don't have a problem with it. I've actually got less of a problem.
Oh, he means as in our characters that end up at the bar. The ones that are running the bar. We could play those characters. If you want to come here and run it.
Yeah, I'd play the fuck out of that. As our in-game characters.
Because we were gladiators, weren't we? Or whatever.
That'd be great. I don't have a... I used to have a problem with D&D, and I've lost my problem. I think that... I was actually having a conversation with Stick, I think, about... I'm not a massive fan of levelling systems. So like you start level 1, become level 2, 3, 4, so forth. Because you have so little control of like... How do I get here? Why have I suddenly got a +1 in fighting when I've never had a fight? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And I do prefer skill-based systems. However, for a GM and a player, you can go, okay, so this is my level 5 group. I know that they're all level 5 and they can all do this. So if I'm throwing them into a combat situation, or whatever it is, I know at least partly how they're going to deal with that thing. I think it's a good GM tool. I think it's a handy player kind of advice of like for a lot of people who don't necessarily know how to fully immerse themselves and they go, well, I just want to be involved but I don't necessarily know what I want to do. Okay, well you get +1 at this. Oh, you get these spells. Okay, cool. So I know I can do these things. Yeah, great. I mean, because if I was to play a game and I didn't know and I was like, well, I'm going to play the scientist dude and I put all my skills into science and everyone else is playing combat dudes. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like if we were playing Earth Dawn, right, which is a level-based system. If you said like, right, you're all
levels,
right, circle-based system, it's level equivalent. But if you said like you're all circle 3 and this is the kind of thing you're going on, yes, you can pick. You don't have to pick melee weapons, but at least you know roughly where the group is. But you can have a fucking player in a skill-based game who's got 1,000 experience points, and each experience point gives them a skill, but they never pick the skill that actually helps them with the game in a general sense. I think if you want to move from combat to roleplay to this, to that, to skill-based stuff, to this, D&D makes that happen. Whereas I've played games before where I'm playing a non-combat character and someone else is playing a combat character, and I get bored when he's in combat, and he gets bored when I'm doing RP stuff.
It's at the end of the day, it's each to their own, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
You know, you find what system that works for the game that you want to run or play.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, punch the GM in the face or the players in the face.
Oh, but hug though, because I love you really.
Okay.
Big game.
Someone just came upstairs. I don't know who it was. Okay, so I like the idea.
I'd play.
I don't like the system though. So
yeah, I'd play D&D.
So, Mr. Wayne Wilkinson, hiya, Wayne. Hello to the slightly deranged dynamic duo.
Yeah, that's a good.
Tilly, Frankie.
Deranged dynamic duo.
I think it's talking to you. Oh no, it's not talking to us. Just wanted to ask, how are you guys doing? Oh, bless.
Yeah, right.
I don't
good
know.
days or bad days, you know.
Yeah. Mostly bad, but you know, we kind of muddle on, don't we? We muddle on. Okay.
Thanks for asking.
So you just want to check the next one while I find out where the other dog is.
Mini monologue. I like that name.
That sounds almost professional.
Monologue.
Monologue.
Reminds me of
monorail.
No, there was an old. I forget if it was. I forget if it was He-Man. Moduloc. There was a guy called Moduloc, and it was like lots of little bits of like red plastic essentially, and they popped together kind of like Lego, and you could build like a two-headed Lego dude. It was like a He-Man model, He-Man figure. He had legs, so you could pop him apart, and you could put split him up into two bodies with a head on each, or have like a big two-headed body with various arms poking out. Modulock. He was great. Sorry, mini monologue. You just reminded me of Modulock.
What was that?
Do you remember Modulock? It was a He-Man.
He-Man, yes.
Yeah. See, I ain't making this shit up. I'm some sort of crackhead. Hello. Who's this mushy face? He's got the smushiest face in the world.
What's the question, anyway?
So, Mini Monologue says, set yourself a painting challenge. Yeah, I know, right? I have 2. Get 1,000 points of Death Guard done, and paint 102 other minis. That's strangely specific.
That's very specific.
I've painted 24 so far. I also play Bob Bowl a lot. I'm currently running a Skaven team in a league. Hey! That is a good point. I've mentioned earlier on, I'm getting an airbrush hopefully soon. But yes, I've already got a queue of stuff that's like waiting for that. Yeah, I think the painting challenge is a good idea. Not necessarily a challenge, but at least a... I think I'm probably the same as many other painters. When I see the pile of plastic crack that's there, pile of shame, I just go, oh God! Whereas really what you need to do is just hit it, and eventually you'll take the top off, you know.
Oh, you hide it away in a box.
Oh yeah, there's that as well.
Dick.
And also, because we play so many games, by the time I've got ready to paint one thing, another 3 games have arrived and we have to paint those things.
That's very true.
Like, oh God, I haven't even started painting that yet. Oh, you dirty bastard.
Right. Was that Mini Monologue? Thank you very much for the question, sir. Thank you very much.
Modulock.
Oh, Modulock.
No, it's monologue, but it made me think Modulock.
Playing Skaven. Yes!
Boo.
So here we go. Paulus, 01.
Hello.
Straw, have you ever considered making your own world for RPG? If so, can you give us some details? Well, I could give you lots of details because I designed a game and a world called Domain. Do you remember that?
I never played
You
it.
never played Domain. It was post-apocalyptic Mad Maxy style. I had the whole world mapped out.
It was cool.
Yeah, I had the whole world mapped
cool.
out. I had everything written. There were lots of little stories from it. Had the whole rulebook done.
Lots of D100 tables as far as I recall.
Lots of critical tables for weapons, vehicles and all of that. And it was very Mad Maxy, very, very violent and horrible.
Doesn't he look a little bit like
a dog?
Yeah.
Because he is. Hello.
Oh,
Ooh, look at that look. So yeah, done it. Enjoyed it. I mean, when Conan was released by TSR all those years ago,
back in the day when I was young.
Back in the day when TSR Get Down was everything, and like it was fucking hated it. I rewrote the whole system for myself. But yeah, did it. Move on. Next question. Come on, dude. You've got to try harder than that to stump us.
Stump.
You guys seem to have been more fun and enthusiasm playing Blood Bowl rather than Guild Ball. If so, why do you think this is? Compare and contrast.
I mean, for us, Blood Bowl at the time was very new. I mean, we hadn't played...
Guild Ball?
No.
Oh, Blood Bowl.
Like,
yeah.
I think what he's saying is like when we started playing Blood Bowl recently, it was like, oh, fucking Blood Bowl! I think it was very new at the time because obviously we hadn't played it in 20 odd years. So it felt like, wow, what's going on? What's this?
I think the thing with Blood Bowl compared to Guild Ball is Guild Ball, if you want to be a good player, you take it seriously.
Yeah, and you've got to take it.
You know, you can't just kick back and have a bit of a giggle with it. If you're a tournament player or even casually playing it, you're still like And that's a mistake that he did with Blood Bowl.
It's true.
For the first couple of games, he's like And I'm like, dude, you're gonna drop that ball, it's gonna bounce all over the fucking shot. He's like, no, and it does. It bounces, and all of a sudden his look went from to.
Which is why my next team's going to be goblins, because then I can embrace the chaos.
Embrace.
No chaos.
But yeah, it's again, it's about different people and different games.
Yeah, I think I will never not think that Guild Ball is an excellent game because it is an excellent game. Super
It
well
really
written,
is.
super tight. We've said it, I forget if it was in Mumble or something else. I mean, the thing that is now becoming frustrating is you have to know what everyone else does just in case. Like, I'm going to have this ball here. I'll move forward and I'll stand there. I'm going to roll a dice and I'll have the ball. What? I didn't know you could do that.
I know, I'm not going to roll a dice, I'm just going to destroy that ball and then I'll do a goal kick.
Yeah, I didn't even know you could do that. Well, you know, like, I'm not...
Ignorance is no excuse.
Oh, fuck that. That's not a bad thing, it's just a thing you have to be aware of as a player. And I don't necessarily have brain capacity to understand what all the other teams do and all the other players do. That's not a bad thing, it's just what it is. And I think when we played Blood Bowl, you know, if you know what block is, you know what block is for all the teams. If you know what Strength 4 does, you know what Strength 4 does for all the teams. You don't need to know any of these weird...
And it's us playing a sports game without having to do sports.
That's true, yeah.
It's always good. But they both have their place in
totally.
gaming, you know. Guild Ball,
Totally.
it came from a huge start.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you know, not the game, the company have wavered, but that's not... That's not.
Yeah, I don't
that's
think
just because of
unintentional things that
outside
happened, yeah.
outside influences have made it wobble, and some of the fans have lost a little bit of faith. That's irrelevant because at the end of the day, the core system is fantastic.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
It really is. We've never played a game so much over such a long period of time and consistently wanted to play it.
On the flip side of that, whilst I agree with that 100%, if I was telling a new player about Guild Ball, I don't know if I'd recommend it for a new player. Do you know what I mean? Like, unless they were going to go fucking proper balls deep.
If I was telling someone,
like, mate, it's too much.
Yeah, it is. I would introduce them to something like Blitz Bowl,
which we haven't even played yet.
It's from America. We've got a copy. Boom!
Barnes and Noble.
Expect
that.
that.
Thanks, they didn't.
Well, they didn't say to us for nothing.
But,
And I got bloody stung for import charge.
Oh, you did? How much was that?
20 odd quid.
Oh, was it?
Fucking ball sacks.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, nor did I.
Andy didn't say that, did he?
No. But I'll tell you what.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Give it a bash.
It does.
Bash one out later.
So, there you go. They both had their pluses, they both had their minuses.
Yeah, I think it's just because we've played a lot of Guild Ball recently, we haven't played any Blood Bowl recently. It's got us excited to throw some dice and
go WAG a lot.
Go WAG.
And just basically play a game for you
remember
guys.
the old world. Oh, the old world. Oh, swoon.
Anywho. So where's AD?
Dead in your heart.
Where's AD? Where is he?
I don't know.
Questions for the next Mumble. How do you guys feel about WWX exploring a new continent?
Excellent.
We can't say anything on that.
Can't comment on that.
NDA, so no comment.
If it was to happen, we'd be happy about it.
But we can't comment on that. NDA, remember?
Nda.
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 Ba ba nda. Ba 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 nda. Ba ba nda. Ba ba ba. So would you like to see Warcradle take WWX to a European or even Antarctic theatre with the new posse factions that it entails? Yeah,
I mean, if that was to happen, I'd be happy.
If that was to happen, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? Just think how much more you could do with you got a whole globe in that time era of stuff you could do.
I mean, things that we know, things that not we know, but things that people know is that Dystopian Wars is a thing. That's across the world. There are now Dystopian Wars is part of the dystopian age with Wild West Exodus. You know, I'm interested to see how that moves forward and engages with the global. Because obviously, Wild West Exodus is in the Wild West. It is the American frontier. It is that.
I'll tell you what I would like to do. Give me the license, just for like a couple of games, of like, you take that whole dystopian age, because you've got the boats, and you've got the Wild West, and just give us some like street level, dirty London horror stuff.
Okay.
RPG.
Oh, wow.
Ripper Street kind of.
Oh, right,
meets
okay.
Wexodus meets some of the weirdy horrors. I would be all over that like jizz.
Yeah, like
I could even write this.
Holmesian.
Yeah, Holmesian. Oh, Holmesian. I like that. Good.
Yeah.
Holmesian with the weird, you know, the enlightened doing their little weird bits.
So you won't have read it. 2000 AD, a few years back, they did a thing called Stickleback. And Stickleback was the leader of like the underground London core blimey Victorian times, and he was this bloke with Stickleback. His back was all out of his body, and there was like this voodoo dude who just couldn't be killed, and they'd cut
Sounds like the enlightened have been messing about.
Sew back on. He's like, what's going on? What's the matter? And it was very much like, if you know Stickleback, let us know in the comments down below.
Sounds like enlightened really messing about.
And there was this whole, and then because of, so without sounding weird about it, we now exist in a multicultural world.
We do indeed.
Right? In the Victorian times, they existed in a multicultural world, but everything was kind of separate. It
was a multicultural world, but the English were better.
No. But in the same way with the United States, with railroads and everything else, there were bad things going on, but everything was kind of separate in one place. And I think they had the same sort of thing in the Stickleback. There was the Chinatown, and there was other various different places within. But in the game,
you obviously didn't lend me the comics for those ones.
No, but in the world, it enhances the difference. Yes, we live in a wonderful multicultural world now where everything kind of.
I've even got the idea for the character sheet in my head. With the whole keeping some of the bits from Exodus. The gun, the thing. That's what your stats would be. I'm all over that. So Andy Carter, all right, go.
Oi.
I might not be able to may not be able to track down the new Snotling Blood Bowl team. You're not looking hard enough, are you? But definitely will get my arse over for some Legion.
Nice.
Don't come over for some Legion. Just come over with your arse.
Yeah, baby.
But no, welcome any time. Cynthia Miller, here we go again. This was a month ago, so we're like way back in history past.
Back when the world was.
When listing new products being released this year, you might have missed something that's coming out in hardcover format very shortly. I wonder what that could be. Thanks for showing off Urban Manhunt special look.
Here's a point. I do want to get my Urban Manhunt hardcover ordered.
I want to get my, but we can't order the hard copy yet. We can get the soft copy, but we don't want soft. We want it hard.
We do like
and
it
we want
hard.
it signed. We want it signed. If Cynthia can sign it, and then I can sign yours. You can sign mine, and I can sign mine, and we can be really lame.
No. I want to get a hard copy of that.
I want to play it again because I've run out of painting all these other figures for it. Like, I want to play Urban Manhunt.
And that's like
with our own heroes as well.
Not a random tangent, an actual tangent. I did see so I mentioned a thing on the Facebook which created a conversation.
A shitstorm is the word you're looking for.
It wasn't a shitstorm, it was just a conversation between people. And one of the things that I was happy about with Urban Manhunt is because you buy the book, there's no company selling you have to buy these miniatures.
No, I think it's awesome.
And I think it's a really cool thing. And the other point, which I thought was perfectly valid, was saying like, well, yeah, but these people have to make money, so if you're buying someone else's models... and then the reverse point was, but I'm just selling a book, I'm not selling models.
Yeah.
But one of the things I do really like is that I can, if I see a random model on a website that I'm never going to buy, I can go, I'm going to buy that, I'm going to paint that up, just as a little exercise for me, paint that lady up and go,
I can use
that for that, and I thought, that's a really good thing that I think...
Now, they're saying that, you bought the Aristea miniature, what's her name for me?
Yeah.
The pirate girl, who isn't a
Gata.
Gata. I want to use that model in Urban Manhunt.
And there's no reason why you can't.
Because you can't.
Because you can. Why not? I think that's really cool. I genuinely think.
I think the game is great. It's a lot of fun, and I think it's one of these games where you can use anything in your collection. I want us to at some point maybe work on some sort of fantasy kind of thing or science fiction thing where we can use anything. Because we can.
With your brain and my not so brain.
We're just too fucking lazy.
But yeah, Urban Manhunt, check them out.
Check it out.
On the internet.
Spectrum Games.
Spectrum Games.
Go on, drive through
RPG.
Drive through RPG.
We're going to get a hard copy as soon as we can.
Well, yes, we will.
Excuse me.
So, Infinity Idiots, and I'll go on it again. Thanks for answering my Labour of Problems questions. It's okay. He's now shagging some other bird and is otherwise known as Dead Man Walking.
Yep. Hey, I gave love advice. What can I say?
You have no fucking clue.
No, I remember. Yeah, love advice last time.
Oh, Ian Mitchell. I thought you came last because I didn't. He won, didn't he? He won the Waxers tournament.
Yeah, he did, yeah. Fucking fuck.
Fucking ginger
I
fucks.
fucking cut you hard on Monday. Even though you were on my side, I still cut you hard in the face.
Okay, so Rodney SEP? Rodney SEP? Great to see a Star Wars game lore.
Yes.
We try. What game was that?
All of the games. Star Wars.
Yeah, we're Star Wars fans. We love Star Wars.
You know, yeah, I think we were talking about...
we must have been talking about what was canon and now what isn't canon.
Sad face.
You know, it's like Games Workshop destroying the old world. And, you know,
it always lives in my heart.
And yeah, but what I'm looking forward to seeing is, you know, Crucible 7 who have just released the latest Warhammer RPG. I want to see it, so if someone wants to buy that for me, thank you. If not, you're all tight cunts. I want to.
Yeah, baby.
I want to see how that compares to the original systems, because it's still in the old world. It's always going to have a place in our hearts. But someone's actually now doing the Age of Sigmar roleplay.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, now that will be interesting to see, because I can see how it works in the battles and stuff like that. But how does it work when you're trying to tell a story or do an adventure? I mean, we never got Silver Tower, so I wouldn't know. But I would like to see how that works.
Yeah, I haven't read enough of the Age of Sigmar background to know how...
Have I given you? I thought I gave you a load of it.
You probably did, but I didn't read it. The whole, you know, the realms...
Eight mortal realms, isn't
I get it, it's dimensions and stuff, but like, if something's going on in a different dimension, why do I care? You know, that's... Whereas with the old world, it all felt close, it all felt nearby.
Yeah,
even if you're down in the south, like, Chaos are only...
They're up there.
A couple of 100 miles away, and they can still enter it now. But now it's like, oh, I'm either in or I'm out, or
again, it's another interesting line to see where that goes, because Age of Sigmar is really, really popular.
I wonder, as a gamer, like, we absorbed by osmosis, almost, the old world. You know, you got a little bit at the start, and you got more and more and more as time went on, and stories were written, and blah, blah, blah. And you had, like, 30 years of lore. Whereas, I don't really want to read... I'm sure there's loads of stuff about Age of Sigmar.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit there for, like, 3 weeks and just constantly read stuff.
Find it
just to keep up with it.
Disjointed. Because of your different realms, it's disjointed. There's no common thing. Whereas the old world, it's there.
You can see the map. You can look at it and go, "Well, I'm here." And
you can't just say, "Well, these are
the
the 8 mortal realms." Well,
what does that even mean?
Don't care. Well, here's a map of that mortal realm. I don't give a fuck. I want to know the whole.
Well, what does that mean? If it's not a planet, it doesn't make logical sense in your brain.
It was a strange choice by GW, but I'm not being funny. It's worked because it's worked for them. Because, you know, Age of Sigmar is really, really popular. And one day, you know, we've got one of the sets. We're going to have to try it, just so we can go.
I think, yeah.
I'll even let you play Chaos.
Nurgle, baby. All Nurgle, all the time.
So, Paulos 01 again. Ahoy, hoy, big orange dudes.
I'm big. I'm orange. I'm a dude.
Do you have any more plans to do some more unboxing vids? I enjoy yours because you actually show different games rather than every man and his dog unboxing the same Games Workshop hotness. Do you prefer games with an official miniatures line or ones that let you pick and choose what you like to bring from your... Oh, well, there you go. That's kind of like just...
So, now you mentioned the unboxing, literally got one coming up.
Exodus?
Wild West Exodus. I bought... Legendary Marie Laveau and
Barnacle Nipples!
Barnacle Nipples, Legendary Marie Laveau
and the big
and Legendary, what's his name? Blakeyman. Gustav Eiffel, yeah. And they weren't given to me, I bought them, but I thought I wanted to see what they were. I unboxed them, that's going up at some point, it may be before this, it may be after this, I don't know yet.
Fuck do I know?
Yeah. Do I prefer games that have their own system, or... I honestly, I like the idea of both. Like,
yeah,
I get frustrated sometimes when you have to buy, like, alright, something like GW or Wobbles Exodus. It makes sense because they have a very specific.
It's a very specific thing. But something like Frostgrave or anything like that, you know, or Urban Manhunt,
you want to be able to just
bring in what you want.
I think it's less about the miniatures having a game and the game having a miniatures, and more it fitting with what it is. If you created Frostgrave and said you can only use those miniatures, oh, but your wizard can be from anywhere and he can have any power and he can be perfectly designed to your personal thing, but you have to buy one of these 3 models and they're the only ones you can use, like, then it just doesn't make sense in the theme of the game.
Yeah.
Whereas Wobbles Exodus, for example, it's like, this is Wyatt Earp. Like,
yeah, that's Wyatt Earp.
And that's Wyatt Earp in this game specifically. Yeah. He's got a shield and a shotgun and whatever. Like, you can not, if you want to, I'm sure you could find a Wyatt Earp with a shield and a shotgun. But it doesn't make any sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's. So I tell you, sorry, random. Not random.
Oh, not another fucking tangent.
No, it's not random at all. I see a lot of games. Sorry, a lot of miniatures companies that create models for 40k, for example, and they look not quite right. And I get they have to look not quite right for IP purposes, but it frustrates me when, like, the various shoulder pads are too weird and, like, the face doesn't make sense.
I really want to punch you at this point. I just want to say Raging Heroes, and they are fucking beautiful.
They are beautiful.
And I think they're actually, in some cases,
their
minis are actually.
But you can't put them next to. You can't buy, like, an army and then go, oh, these will go with this, because they don't go with that. That's what bothers me.
Oh, you're so fucking finicky. It's not like you ever get a fucking army on the table anyway.
No, not for me. I'm not saying for everyone else. And of course, the problem is you never see them painted together. You see these painted and those painted, and then you go, oh, they didn't look
that's
right.
What
actually, all I want to see is them.
That's why I think it was just before Christmas I actually treated myself to some Raging Mini stuff, because I've always Raging Heroes.
They're great.
I've always wanted some because their miniatures are beautiful, gorgeous. And I finally got the nuns, because I knew Sisters of Battle were coming out in plastic and that, but I wanted. But they were still going to have, when the Sisters come out, they're still going to have that Sisters look. But I wanted something that was slightly different, and I think Raging Heroes did that because of the nuns and the whole headdressy thing. And I like
proper nunny nuns.
Proper nuns. And I've even got a whole concept in my head. So I bought the box of 10 where I could see them in Wexodus as an outlaw gang of girls. They've like gone. They're on the run from the law. They've done a heist. It's all gone tits up. They've done a runner. They've gone to a church and they've gone, fuck it, we need to change. And they've just found some nuns gear and they've put that on there. They've come bursting out with the rail guns and shit. I'm like.
And they're going to the town and pretend to be nuns. Like, oh yeah, no, we're definitely nuns.
You don't look like nuns.
No, we're definitely nuns. You should probably help us out.
See, it's little things. I like to be able to tell different stories over different systems with different miniatures.
I remember seeing a old. This is in White Dwarf, fucking 20 odd years ago.
Oh yeah, that's now you're talking my language, boy.
And it was he had a. It wasn't called Steppenwolf, but it was something like that.
Oh. Was it Andy Chambers? It wasn't Andy Chambers doing his thing, was it? It was. There was a fancy version, a 40k version.
He was a Chaos Warrior, Chaos Marauder Lord, or whatever.
Yeah.
And he had a fantasy version, a
40k version,
40k version, and like a mounted version. And like you could play like any GW system at the time. You could play the same dude. Yeah. Really cool. And I think you should be able to do something like that. I think it's. I can totally see why companies say, like, if you come to a tournament, you have to play with our models. That makes sense.
I understand that, but maybe you should say, like, if you want to come to our tournament, at least bring some in. Doesn't have to be fucking painted. Doesn't have to be, a cardboard cutout, but bring something.
Yeah, I'd rather see
if it's our figures or not. If you want to come and play in the tournament, come and play.
I always remember the story that we heard. We never experienced it. I remember hearing the story about.
War Machine.
And he had like a fucking whatever it was.
Knight or something.
Yeah, and he's like,
War Machine.
I've got
glue on the face and just
put them on there. Technically, it's right. Like, dude,
it's fucking horrible.
That?
So another part of Paulus's questions was, I've just started playing Mantic's Vanguard Fantasy Skirmish game, and it's great fun. Could be worth you checking out. They have their own minis, but you can use anything you like.
Nice.
I think the rules and lists are free to download off the website, as it's a free army builder. The main expanded rulebook is only £25. It's well worth it. Well, why haven't you fucking sent it to us then, you cock?
I've seen it about.
Fuck it.
Again, it's just not a case of not wanting
Can I
to.
be brutally honest at this point without trying to offend people?
I'm going to pee. I just need to pee. Oh, no, you're gone.
I'm not a fan of the Mantic minis.
Okay.
And that's just a personal preference. I'm sure the rules are... Yeah, you can now go. I'm sure the rules are nice. If it's a skirmish, they don't have to rank up.
Ow. Ow.
He's going to bite you.
Yeah.
Because I don't...
Well, because I'm too near his face.
Yeah. The whole... You just go wee. The whole original Warhammer was lovely when you first started, but then you started to have like units of 40 or 50 goblins and in a block. And that just got unwieldy.
Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of that rank and file.
That's why I went for Beastmen in the end, because they didn't have to be ranked up. They all skirmish. I don't know. Do I need a fantasy skirmish game though in my life at the moment?
Yeah, I don't know.
Not really.
Again, it's not anything to do with the game. I'm sure the game's very good.
It's just because we
need
don't.
Another fantasy.
We don't do the fantasy side as much, do we? Because we have nothing to do. It's all other shit. I mean, a bit of Mordheim would be fucking fantastic. A bit of fantasy stuff. Low level skirmishing. Shut up,
talking about this as well. Like we have these games like Mordheim. You remember and you go, oh, I fucking love Mordheim. And actually, like, if it was to appear tomorrow, how good would it really be?
Now it's funny you say that, because that gets me onto another train of thought. Told you know this train of thought. Train of thought. Do. Bit of a hard there for you. Third single. Which was Necromunda. If someone said, right, let's go back and play Necromunda the original now, I'd be all over it. They said, what about a new one? No.
But it's the same as the old one, isn't it?
No, it's different enough that I don't like it.
Okay.
Whereas I remember the old school Necromunda. I love the old school Necromunda. And I would play it again in a heartbeat.
But is it because there wasn't anything else?
No, it was just a damn good game.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying it's a discussion to have. I'm just saying that.
Discuss that. Eric Huffman! What? Nice Mumble, boys. Dude, we haven't posted this yet.
No. So like.
Oh, you're still talking.
Yeah. So like. Old school computer games. We all loved playing old school computer games, right? I played the fuck out of GoldenEye. I played the fuck out of my favourite ever game, Soul Calibur, on the Sega Dreamcast. Fucking best game ever.
Just knew you had no friends.
No, but if like now, having played all the other Soul Caliburs,
but graphics are different to when you're actually playing with figures.
You're right. No, you're right.
Of course, I'm fucking right.
But if you're playing with a system that is fundamentally flawed, but there's only that system available. So, like, we always complain about...
Hold on, Necromunda and Mordheim weren't flawed. It was just the way you played it.
But we don't like 40k because we don't like...
I go, you go, I go, you go, I go, you go, I go, you go, I go, you go. Oh, your army's all dead.
But if you suddenly went, oh, well, so we're playing Necromunda, oh, your guys randomly die in the first match, and your guys randomly get upgrades, well, fucking, that's a bit wank, isn't it? There's no balancing system, there's no...
Go to the toilet, Parker.
Oh, yes, Mum.
Go to the toilet.
You can't tell me what to do.
Yes, I can. Shush, Frankie. Parker's allowed to get up and wee. Otherwise, he makes a little bit of a stain in his pants. So, come here, you. Yeah, come here. Right, so, next question. Oh, it's, as I said, it was Mr. Huffman. Hello. Saying, wow, nice Mumble, boys. Thank you. We haven't posted this one yet. So, oh, you meant the last one. Thanks, Eric. Be nice to meet you one day, mate. I know you've met the older gaming wife. Sorry he kissed you. He does that. Lord Raglan. Oh, nice Mumble, fellas. I spunked all over that. Okay, I'm not too sure how we're meant to feel about that. Oh, hello. Parker, you've just been spunked over. You've just been spunked over. Well, he was happy with it apparently. I'm just not sure how we feel about that. But thank you anyway. Nathan Sheeks. Oh yeah, Battlehammer. Yep. Hello. Bleed Easy. Oh, hello. That's a little bit wrong, but we quite like that. Great Mumble, lads. I would love to have a game based on that forgotten short-lived...
Someone's using my face.
Yeah, Lord Raglan. Nice Mumble, fellas. I spunked all over that.
Yeah!
So Bleed Easy from a month ago.
Wow, that is a good
That's
name.
a great name.
Bleed Easy.
Great Mumble, lads. I would love to have a game based on that forgotten short-lived 90s sci-fi show, Space Above and Beyond. Dude, I fucking loved Space Above and Beyond. I run a role-playing game on it. I run a role-play session on it. Space Above and Beyond, the Chigs, the aliens. Oh, you sick.
But did they have the...
The Chigs had their full body armour. That's not what I want.
Space Above and Beyond. Oh, it's not. It normally is.
Chigs. The Chigs. Oh, fucking Space Above and Beyond. There was a tank. He had a third nipple on his neck, nipple neck. Did you ever play that one with us?
Space Above and Beyond.
Space Above and Beyond. I would love to get copies of that again. That was fucking awesome.
Was it a TV
game.
show?
Yeah. It was done by the same people that produced X-Files, and it was fucking awesome. Yeah. I ran that season as a campaign.
I'm going to see if I can find.
I ran it as a campaign for my gaming group, and I ran it on the original Star Wars D6 system because. Why did I do that? You asked. Because you could have your character, because you're meant to be Marines, but you're also meant to be able to do starfighter pilots. So the original West End D6 system allowed you to be a character, but there were Star Warriors, which was the X-Wings and everything. So you could take your character, put it in an X-Wing, and off you go. And you were doing the fighters and everything. It was fucking awesome. Yeah, I loved it. It was a really good game. Yeah, I'd love to see that. But seeing as I've already done it, it's already irrelevant, isn't it? There you go. Space Above and Beyond. Yeah. There you go. That's the crew.
Yeah, never seen that.
Ah, you never seen Space Above and Beyond? Fucking awesome. I'd love to get hold of it on DVD, but I don't think you can get it in our part of the woods. So Johnny Jambo.
What's the name?
Says, ahoy, hoy, boob snakes.
Ahoy, hoy, boob snakes! If you like boobs and you like snakes, you'll love Slanesh.
You'll love boob snakes.
Boob snakes.
The game for all the family. So that's all the questions on there. Christ, this video's been for about 9.5 hours, isn't it? So we're now going to go on to the ones where the people are a little bit simple.
No, it's fine.
or can't be bothered to put them up on the Mumble where they're meant to put them.
Which is okay. Hey, we like all of our fans.
No, but we'd like to keep them all in one place so we can.
Only because we're stupid.
Only because we can
more
hit
giving
them
other people.
We can hit them with a stick. No, it's just so that way we know where all the comments are. So this is on the Battlehammer Facebook page. Yes, we have a Battlehammer Facebook page. So
you can find it on Facebook
under the Battlehammer, and you can also find us on Twitter.
Yes, and Instagram
and Instagram.
Other things. I don't think other things. Other things.
We've got Twitter.
This one hair was just like boink outside.
Thanks for that. So here we go. Dang on it! Oh my God, where do I begin? At the start. Thank you. Next.
Is that all it says?
That's all it says.
We don't know. You should begin at the beginning, but do be aware that the beginning is a very difficult time.
And it's not always the end.
Mm-hmm.
So Cynthia again, bless ya, cotton socks, hurrah!
Or whatever your socks are made of.
Right, I think I know what my question is going to be. When can we expect to see you to have a rematch in Urban Manhunt? Well, as soon as we get a physical rule book, so we can wave it in front of the screen.
Which we are ordering.
As soon as the hardback.
As soon as the hardback's available.
Yes, we will, and we're going to talk our way through our creation of our hunters. Because
cats.
Because that will be a lot.
Yeah.
And second question. Now this is a good one. How much does the aesthetics of a rulebook matter to you?
Ooh.
I like it to look nice.
Yeah.
But I also like the game to feel nice.
I think. I think the problem with some games I've played is that they can look pretty, but they don't make sense. and some games can make sense, but just look like you look at these old fucking like these old school Euro games. You just go like rule 0.005.3.x, and you're like, mate,
if your fish has a tail, you may do this, this, or this.
But it should. I don't see why aesthetics and readability are different. Must be different things. But, oh, sorry, hello.
I just like pickies.
I think pictures are good, obviously, because they draw you into the world.
I like something that's going to inspire me and make me feel what I'm looking at, as in rule-wise, is actually going to bring me into that game.
Something I didn't realise until recently was how much I like pictures of an in-game event. Pardon me.
Okay.
So, I know, right? So I recently saw a picture on one of the Conflict 47 rulebooks. So
okay, yeah.
I've got the main rulebook. I don't have the other two yet.
Trying to.
But I did see a picture on one of them, and it was one of the. There were two that jumped out at me that I saw floating around. One was like a big mech with a Tesla gun on the front, and it was like a. And you could see all the electrical sparks and the fucking zow.
I saw it on top of one of the Tiger tanks.
Zow!
And there was Tiger tanks, that's fucking awesome.
And there was another one which was one of the Japanese concussion guns or whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called, and it showed you like the movement of the air and stuff. And I was like, suddenly now I know what that does. I think that's really important in a lot of games.
I saw one. It was like some soldier or something behind a barricade, like and behind him was like a zombie.
Oh
like,
that little while ago,
yeah,
and stuff like that. I think can really add, because if you can't see what the miniatures are doing, then what are they doing? They're just stood there.
Right, well, they're just a representation, aren't they?
Well, yeah, but I think it is important to see role-playing games, especially because you want to invest yourself into a character.
Yeah.
I think if there's especially if there's a specific like Tesla weapons in Conflict 47 or something like that, where this is how that gun works, you want to see how that gun works, you know.
And these days, it's nothing to put a graphic on a fucking picture, is it?
No, but it was funny seeing this kind of this big mech with a gun out the chest with. It was the Grizzly or whatever it was, but it was the Tesla version of the Grizzly. And you could see the electricity going through all the dudes. It kind of looked like Raiders of the Lost Ark. And I was like, suddenly now I know what that does.
Wasn't it you that was going on about Tiger Tank, where, you know, it's a Tiger Tank, yeah, it's fucking lovely.
But it's got a fucking rail gun.
But it's got a rail gun, yeah, so if I'm a long way away, I'm going to get hit by a rail gun. Yeah. And if I'm closer, it's a fucking Tiger Tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just know what that's going to do.
Yeah.
It's going to run over you, or it's going to blow you up with this fucking railgun.
All right, here we go.
But no, I think aesthetics are more important than people give them credit for. Which is, I'm not going to say it was a fish, but that's one of the things I do really like about the Urban Manhunt book is it looks how it's supposed to.
It gives us that
80s
that
nostalgia, old school vibe. I've got some of the books that you gave me from Shadowrun, some of the old Shadowrun books, I think, and you've got some like really bad pictures in there. Ooh, some awful fucking photos when they're like, here's us wearing makeup, I'm an orc now.
Oh god, yeah.
There's like an orc waiter or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it looks awful. But it looks
that was the
now.
London one. London source book. Yeah. But it's that.
And yet, if you were to replicate that, it would look awful. But the whole point of Urban Manhunt is it replicates that, and it's supposed to look like that.
And it works.
And it doesn't look awful. I'm not saying Urban Manhunt looks awful, but it's got that feel, and it just
works.
Lures you into that place, and I think that's important.
So,
I mean, who doesn't fucking want
to do Running Man?
But like
with your own figures.
But in any game, like in 40k, you want to see in a piece of art what your miniatures are supposed to be doing.
Yes.
You know, and you want to see how they're supposed to be feeling, and also like world expansion is a thing that I think a lot of games forget about. They forget that you don't see it so much now, but you used to see.
Oh my god!
Posters of.
There you go, Cynthia. This is a freebie for you.
Oh, just face.
The Urban Manhunt World Tour, where you take the best hunters from each of the continents, put them all together in a mega Uber trawl thing.
And you could do different areas. So you could do like a Siberian area. You could do an Australian outback area, and
Struth, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fucking awesome. You can have that one for free.
But I remember
for a couple of rule books. Ow!
GW used to do a lot. They don't do it so much anymore, but they used to do a lot of like posters of. I remember there was it was like a propaganda poster for the Imperial Guard, like defending against the evil tyrant in Venice or whatever it was, stuff like that. And I think that sort of stuff is super. Like, it just drags you in and makes you feel like you're there. I think stuff like that's really important. More of that, please. Not just from you, but from everyone.
Everybody. So,
sorry, I was ranting.
Helen Nathamea. Hello, Helen. From Swords of Marnus.
Rock hard.
So, rock hard. So, any plans for creating a Twitch account, doing live vids? And if you had to choose between board games, role-play games, or card games, which would it be? Twitch, I have no idea what the fuck Twitch is. Twitch. Is that like live shit?
Live shit.
Well, if we knew how to do live shit, then we'd be doing it, wouldn't we?
The only problem I have with Twitch is you have to, like, it's like old school telly. Like, the whole point of new telly is that I can watch it when I want to watch it. But Twitch, you like, Thursday night. Well, Thursday night in America's different. I don't want to watch, like, oh, God.
But if we had to choose between board games, role-play, or card games...
I'm not going to lie, I saw this question this morning, and I kind of had a cop-out answer.
Which is...
My cop-out answer is role-playing games.
Cop-out answer?
Role-playing games, because you get the role-playing game thing. If you want to, you can play role-playing games with miniatures. You can have role-playing games with mass battle rules.
Fuck off, we are not D&D, you cunt.
But one could if
Shut
one
up.
Was in...
Just...
It kind of covers all your bases. But I don't want to pick one of my favourite children.
You haven't got any?
No.
You hate them all. Also from Helen, if you could create an army to rule the world and the galaxy, what would your army look like?
Ooh.
Small miniature versions of me.
Wow,
no, ooh. That's a really bizarre question. You can say you're in a death metal band, sweetie. Shit,
Funnily enough, I was actually...
I'd like to go for something really fucking bizarre, just out of spite, so when, you know, my line dies out, which dies out when I die. Ha!
You and me both, buddy.
That's purely out of spite for my fucking family.
We should create this, like...
No.
And just... No! Like a chaos spawn. With your awful and my awful
it's
together.
Straws and Parker's legacy to the world. What is it? It's a little blip that just goes... Bear. Bear. I don't know. That's a weird question.
Just imagine it plopping out and just going, immediately set myself on fire.
On my face, my beautiful puppy face.
So I was watching, funnily enough...
What the hell are you going with this, Parky?
No. It was an old school original Trek episode, and it was I'm Mudd, when Harry Mudd is in control of a planet, and there's androids and they're all like robot ladies. I'm like, yeah, that's what I want. I want bitches, bitches, bitches. I don't really.
Obviously, that's not a bad idea, but I can't say next I'll offend so many lady viewers and my wife, so I don't know.
Robots are good. Robots are good for everything.
I can't answer that one. That's just
an army to take over the galaxy. I mean, that's a
lot.
Wow,
that's a lot of responsibility.
I know. Right?
Oh no! I would make them all stormtroopers. Because let's face it, at the end of the day, stormtroopers are shit. But if they can suddenly take over the entire galaxy, then they're rock hard and they deserve a little pat on their little backs.
Ooh,
you can't have mice. It's stupid.
Interdimensional
penises doesn't count.
Come in and out. Oh,
nah.
Kill everything and then disappear. I don't know. It's a weird question.
You're just twisted, girl. You are twisted, as you well know. So, David Fox. Oi, Dave. Looking forward to what comes next, lads. I think we both are in our own ways. What comes next for the Battlehammer with the move and everything. I think you're going to get some slightly less.
I think
professional videos.
I think I'm going to come next
Too late. Thanks for that, Dave. And one from Alan in Yarmouth. All right, Al.
Yeah.
Yeah. How can I become sexy stars like you? The simple answer is you can't. Sorry, but this is special.
Yes. You can't
replicate this. You can't just scoop your hand into a puddle of poo and go, there you go. Oh.
If you were in Star Trek and you said replicate me, the battle hammer, the computer would just go, cannot replicate, pointless non-existence, bleep, bloop, bleep, blah.
And all of a sudden there'd be just this jet of diarrhea.
And then you crashed the Enterprise, and that's no good for anyone.
Well, Troy did it. And let's face it, every time there's a fucking film, the Enterprise crashes. Fuck off. These days, you'd go, I'm not gonna name the ship Enterprise version 57. Why? Because it's gonna crash like the other 56.
It's true. There's a lot of Enterprise that crashes.
So that's all the questions for today. And you know what? We're now just gonna have a little bit of a mumble. So what's coming up, Parky, that you are looking forward to? I mean, I'm not being funny. I am shit scared of the move.
Well, I'm also hoop scared of it. I am concerned.
I'm concerned.
But
I don't want
I know that all will be well.
I don't want it to ruin the battle hammer.
The only thing I'm now concerned about is that I'm going to have one leg, nothing beyond the shin, because I now have a dog eating my foot.
He likes eating people.
Ow! But it hurts.
He's a dog.
Yeah, well, fuck him.
Yeah, it's going to be different, but it's going to be a little bit more structured, and we are literally only 15 minutes away from the shop.
Yep, we have plans. We do have plans. Thinking ahead. We're not just like and then tomorrow. Like I think that,
which is a bit of a first for us, actually.
In a weird way, I think it might help create more structure for the channel.
I mean, I'm going to
have to.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm going to show you how to do your own single stuff on and upload it onto this. And then I'm going to do the same sort of thing. So you'll be doing your paintings, I'll be doing unboxings, I'll be doing painting, you'll be doing unboxings.
We're going to be more separate things, but more things individually, but also focusing on our together time more.
I mean, the together times will be amazing because we're going to try for like 3 days, every couple of weeks. We're going to like 3 days of solid filming and drinking. Hey,
who needs kidneys?
Yeah, just so we can then spend like the next couple of weeks getting everything edited, getting it all up for you guys. We really kind of need to do a Patreon video before the move, but no one's told us what they want, so I don't know what to do. I know they've turned around and said,
if only we had lots of Patreons suddenly.
Well, we don't, but I know that our Patreons do watch our stuff, but I just really do not know what to do with them. I like their money because it buys us stuff for the channel, because if it wasn't for that, you cannot have my hat, you little shit. Because if it wasn't for them, we just couldn't do what we do.
That's true, we couldn't. As I've seen it said before, and I will repeat and paraphrase, we don't do it for the money.
But it takes money to do it.
Do it.
So I don't know. I don't know what we do. But the Battle Hammer is going to continue. It just might be in a slightly different...
Yeah.
It's not really a different format. It's just...
No.
For us it will be.
It'll just be...
But not for you guys.
Easier to produce, probably. However makes it easier to produce.
Because unboxings we can go do it... You're not having my hat.
No, give me that.
The unboxings we can do at the shop. You know, we can do those all the time. So that's all good because they get new stock in every week. That's a lot of unboxings. It's all good for us. But more importantly, you know, we just want you guys to know that, you know, we so appreciate what you've done for us, and we love you all, but not you. Not you.
Oh, I do.
No, you're a bad person. But there you go. That's Mumble number 19.
Is there anything you want to talk about specifically, apart from like games, things?
I'm not really in that place at the moment where I can think about games because I've got this whole fucking moving shit going on. So if if between like now and the next time it is a little bit disjointed, we do apologise because we don't know actually.
Just gone to moving house.
Not just house, mate. It's fucking town. You know, we don't have a no. You can't have that. We don't have an actual. Probably, yeah, it wants it. We don't have a moving date yet, but it's all going through. It's just
not
another.
Known, I think the big part is not knowing you can't plan ahead.
It's fucking horrible.
Like, we're either moving tomorrow. I say we. But you're either moving tomorrow or in a month. And
you know,
like, I don't know.
That's like last weekend. That's why we haven't done any filming on Monday and Wednesday this week, because last weekend I just got so fucking antsy and freaked out by everything. I just started packing. So I've got
to have it packed and not.
I've got a conservatory full of my gaming stuff. I've got a garage full of my gaming stuff, all boxed up. I've got a little section over there, not boxed up, so stuff that me and Parker can still film until we actually move.
Get it out.
But I don't know. I just want it out of the way. So I want it out of the way now. So the dogs are in a nicer place. I'm in a nicer place. We're on an end terrace, and I've got my. I'll be happy when my boy comes over for the first time, so we can sit there, have a few beers, play some games, and just get back to doing what we
down to our
pants, and just get back to doing what we do best, which is playing games to entertain you lot.
You bunch of people with your face parts.
We're not just doing this for us. We're just doing it to be vaguely entertaining to you guys. So, thank you for watching our drivel.
Indeed.
If you want to help us out, there are several ways. One, you can write us an extremely large cheque.
You can.
Failing that,
you can find my. Oh, it's up there, isn't it? I
up
thought it was
there.
pointing. It's
up. There's a
there's
Patreon
a
link.
Patreon link down below. You can find a Patreon link as well as an affiliate link to Welling Games, our merchandise that you can purchase with genuine monies, and our Amazon wish list if you want to buy us anything for the channel.
Like great big beanbags for the dogs.
A beanbag.
Thank you
For the dogs. That's
we don't know
like,
who it was, but thank
really
you.
cool.
It's fucking awesome.
Do you reckon we could fudge it so we could say like, "Ha, buy us this for the dog," and then we'll, oh, well, it's for the dog. Like buy, you know, like buy us mats, buy us mats for the dogs.
For the dogs, yeah, the dogs really need to lay on a nice star mat, but no nebula, just a star.
Stars.
Just so we can
neoprene mat for the dogs to lie on that we're definitely going to use in the game.
Yes.
I think the dogs need some miniatures to play with, to chew on. So if you buy them those things.
Good. Couple of Titans.
Yeah, a couple of things just for the dogs to play with.
But more importantly, apart from a huge thank you to all for watching to the end
we
of
love
the
you
shit.
all! Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you like it, want to subscribe. If you don't like it, don't want to subscribe. You don't have to like and subscribe. If you like it, if you liked and subscribe. Until next time, press the fucking button!
I've got to